April from April's Home, and today I'm here to talk about my no spend and declutter challenge. This is my final video on my 40-day declutter challenge and no spend challenge. So I thought I would share with you how my challenge went and also share with you some of the things that I finished up decluttering in my 40 bags in 40 days declutter challenge as well. So to start with, I thought that I would talk about the no spend aspect of this challenge. So the first part of this challenge was that for 40 days I was going to not spend money on anything non-essential. So just to stick with things like groceries and household goods and things like that. And then to further challenge myself, I decided that I would have other people in the household pick up the things that I did need, the actual essential items like groceries, as well as other household needs. And that way I wouldn't be tempted when I was in a store to purchase something that was non-essential. And I did complete that. I didn't purchase anything non-essential, and I did not enter a store for 40 days, which was definitely very, very difficult. To be able to get the things that we needed around the house, I would have to make lists and send either my daughter or my husband to the store. And a lot of times it was really difficult to explain what I needed from a store. So sometimes my husband, for example, would come home with something that wasn't quite right. I had not explained it correctly, or perhaps there were two types and it was just confusing what I was asking for. So it will definitely be very nice to be able to get back in the grocery stores and complete my own grocery shopping, but it was really good to be able to kind of take a break from shopping. When I am in a store, I tend to be an impulse shopper. So I tend to see things, I get really excited about them, and then I tend to overpurchase. So having that 40-day break was really beneficial, even though it was a little bit frustrating having to send other people for things that the household needed. But it was really good. Overall, it was a really positive experience. It really did help me get a better perspective on purchasing things in a more conscious manner, in a more purposeful manner, and a more responsible manner. So I'm excited to get back into the stores and see how I do now that I've had a little bit of a break, to kind of think about it and to kind of break some of those habits of impulse shopping. So we will see how that goes. And I may have to do an update at the end of April and let you know how it's been going now that I'm back in the store doing my own shopping. And we'll see if I go back to too much impulse shopping or if I've broken some of those habits. I really hope so. And I really do intend to be a lot more purposeful with the things that I bring into our home here. While I was not spending my time shopping, I did do a lot of other things instead. I was able to read a lot more. I was able to get out in the garden quite a bit more. We've had a few days that are really beautiful and sunny, and it's been so nice just to get out there and get in the garden and work on planting my garden and things like that. So that's been really nice. I've had a lot more time to spend doing things with the family, quality time with the family, instead of always spending all of my weekend day shopping. So that was also a really nice aspect to the not going in stores part of the no spend challenge as well. And I did try and figure out how much money I actually saved. A lot of people have been wondering, including my own family, how much money do I think I've saved by not entering into the stores and doing those extra impulse shopping in addition to my regular grocery shopping, or heading into Target and buying, just fun things for the house that perhaps we didn't actually need. And it's really hard to pinpoint an exact number of what I might have saved or not. It's a little bit subjective, but I do think I probably saved at least at the minimum a few $100s and possibly more. With the Easter holiday, I would have tended to purchase a lot of things for home decor and for parties and extra basket goodies and things like that. And those were all things that I did not spend money on. I actually kept our Easter celebration to a really small, little, simple celebration. It was very nice. We had a lot of time with family. And that was really great. So without those extra Easter purchases, as well as 40 whole days of no impulse shopping, I definitely think that it was at least a few hundred, if not a little bit more than that I did save. So that's really nice to have saved that. And I also thought that I would update you on the first store that I ended up going in after my no spend challenge had finished. That was finished before Easter. So Easter Day, I was allowed to go back into the stores. Obviously on Easter, we were doing a lot of family events, so it wasn't really a shopping day. and Target was closed, which my kids all think was probably a good thing. So I wasn't able to go in Target. That probably would have been my first choice for a store that I would like to get some shopping done at. I do need a few things from Target. But the first store I ended up going into, and so far the only store that I've been into since my no spend challenge is over, is Wilco, which is a farm store. I needed some supplies for our new little chicks. I got them some little extra little treats and things to eat for Easter, little chicken scratch and things like that. Just some other supplies that I needed for around the house. So nothing too crazy, and still just focusing on those essentials and purposeful shopping. So that is that was the first store that I went into. And then to discuss the 40-day declutter challenge, my challenge was to declutter 40 bags of items in 40 days, which I also completed. And so I thought that I would go ahead now and insert a video clip of all the things that I decluttered, the last 20 bags of decluttered items since my last update video. I had intended to do one for the bags 20 through 30, but I just decided to include it all in this one last video. So here were the last 20 bags that I decluttered and all the things that I was able to declutter from the household. So here's my next round of 10 bags for my 40 bags and 40 days declutter. I'm not going to talk about this too much because I will go ahead and link the video down below where I clean and organized my craft closet. These are all the supplies that I'm getting rid of from my craft closet. And again, I'll go ahead and link that craft closet declutter and reorganization video down below. For today's decluttering, I decided to organize all of my candles. I went through my candle stash, which I keep in a cupboard in my laundry center, and I found a bunch of candles that I know I'll no longer use, some that I've burned partway through, and I just am not enjoying the scent anymore. Also a bunch of candles that I either had duplicates of, or I just felt like I had enough of that type of scent, and I'm going to be filling up a bag here of candles to send over to my son's wife. She had expressed an interest in any of the candles that I wanted to declutter, that she would go ahead and check those out for herself, and then she'll pass along any that she doesn't like also. I also decided to get rid of this diffuser here. I'd like one that's just a little bit different style. This one is really cute. It's like a little penguin, but I want one that's just a little bit more streamlined. And then also in the laundry center, I found an old pillowcase that we'll no longer be using, a light set that I don't need anymore. I have plenty of those. And then also these were two little projects here that I've been storing, meaning to repair. Little bits have been chipped off of these, and I was going to super glue them back together, but as I looked at them, I thought, I don't even think I want them anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and just declutter those. It'll be nice to have them out of my laundry closet. And it is also nice to clear up some of my candles so that they store a little bit better. I still have way too many candles in my candle stash, so I definitely need to just take this year to use up the candles that I have before I buy any new ones. If you saw my last candle haul, I purchased a basket that will only hold 12 candles so that I can limit myself to that. When I went through my candle stash, I was able to definitely fill up that basket with all 12, so I definitely need to work through that. And then I even have other seasonal candles that I've set aside for the next year's holiday season. So definitely have a lot of candles to burn through, but it was nice getting rid of the ones that I know I'm not going to be using, or ones that I had duplicates of and just didn't need to have stored. So today, as part of my 40 bags and 40 days declutter, we worked on my daughter's closet, and she was so happy to really do a big clean out of her closet. She's had a lot of these clothes since high school, and she was just happy to get these cleared out. She still has plenty of clothes to wear, and also plenty of room to add in a few new items for spring and summer. So you can see here we have our entire table covered in clothing here. This is probably at least a couple of bags full of clothing. Again, it's so nice to just go through your closet and get rid of old clothing that no longer fits or is no longer your style. And so we had a fun time today getting her whole closet cleared out. We also cleared out 9 pairs of shoes from my daughter's closet as well, and the next project I have is to clear out my own shoe collection. So again, it is so nice to just clear out old shoes, old clothes, and things like that, and have a nice fresh start. And here are the next items that I'm working on decluttering. I have thinned out some of my Barbies. I will be sending these over to my niece. Just some things that I felt like I didn't really need in my collection. Some more home decor pieces, a little plushie doll here. Just some like play sets that are a little too big to store. And then a few more of the St. Patrick's decorations that I've decided to get rid of. Some little puppets and things that I'm no longer using. Some old candles that I decided I didn't really love the smell of once I started burning them. And just a few other random toys and things. So I am finally getting into decluttering my toy collection. I really want to thin that down. It's really nice to get some organization in my toy collection and kind of thin that collection down to what I really love. So that's what I got rid of today. So I have been decluttering some more today, and today again I focused on home decor. I didn't realize how much home decor that I have kind of sitting in totes waiting for the right season, and a lot of it is just a little bit old. I've used it for either a couple of seasons and in some cases many years. So it's just time to clear some of that out. I have plenty of extra to use when I'm redecorating for the different seasons and things like that, and it's nice to clear out the old to make room for a few new pieces as well. So I got rid of also a couple more Barbies that I found that I'll be sending over to my niece, and just some cute little signs and things that I'm no longer using, and some more signs and banners and candle holders and little things like that. A little stuffed animal that I won in one of those claw machines, some decorative pillows that no longer really match my decor. I haven't really been into pink much lately, so I'm passing those along. Just some old pictures and vases and things. So that is the next batch of items that I'll be sending off to Goodwill. So here are 10 more bags ready to go to the Goodwill. We have them all packed up, ready to head out to my car and drop off at the Goodwill. So it's, again, very nice to get all of these things decluttered, and I have 10 more to go. So this makes 30 bags so far in my 40 bags in 40 days declutter. So we have finally started tackling my toy declutter. Also, my daughter has tackled some of her toy collections and things. There are a few other random items here. I started with some games, some old Lego bases. My daughter got rid of some of the puzzles that she has already completed. Here's another game down here. Some of my little play sets, my old Shopkins play sets, things like that. Also a couple more holiday tins. It's surprising how many of these I have found out in my garage. These are just empty little Woodsies acorns. I still kept the little figures, but I didn't need that many acorns. And just a few things like that. So these are some of the toys that I'll be decluttering. And my daughter also went through a whole bunch of her stuffed animals and got rid of a ton of them. She still kept a few of her favorites, but decided it was okay to go ahead and get rid of these, pass these along to someone else who might enjoy them. I also have to get rid of a few of my stuffed animals. And here are some more items that I've decluttered. I decided to finally tackle my shoes. I ended up getting rid of a lot of shoes here. I got rid of 15 different pairs of shoes, sandals, things like that. I got rid of a couple more makeup bags, this bigger one here and this little box of them here, as well as these two little containers that I was storing them in. I got rid of a few more things from my closet, like this scarf and a few sweaters, a blanket that is brand new, but I just know I won't use. I have so many. And then some towels that no longer fit in my decor. So it was really nice to finally tackle my shoe collection and make it so that I can store my shoes so much nicer with removing 15. And I'm really committed to buying much better quality shoes rather than just stylish shoes that only last for a season or two. And then lastly, I have one last little group of toys. I've cleared out some of my larger play sets that I just don't have the room to store. Got rid of some of my dolls. Some of these I will be sending over to my niece, as well as my IKEA dollhouse. I never did get a chance to put this together. Again, I think that this will be better off over with my niece. I think she'll really enjoy it with her dolls, so I will be checking with my sister before I send this over there. I do think it is a really cute set. I love all the furniture, but again, I just don't have the space for that. So this wraps up my final 40th bag of items to get rid of. So here are my final 10 bags. You can see lined up and down the hall, I have 9 of the white bags, and I'm counting this bag here and this pile here as my 40th and final bag. Those are the items I'll be sending over to my little niece. And those are the final 40. So I have decluttered 40 bags of clutter in 40 days. It is definitely nice to have all this out, and I definitely have more that I would like to keep on doing. So as you can see, I got rid of a lot of items. It was really nice. My daughter kind of got in on the action and decluttered a lot of things from her room and things that she had stored out in the garage. So that was also really nice. And I'm actually going to keep going with this. I'm not necessarily going to film everything that I declutter, but I will probably do an update at the end of April on the things that I'm continuing to declutter. It is nice to just be going through the house and getting those things reorganized kind of for spring cleaning. It's been really nice just go through everything, get things organized and remove the excess, which is really nice. And then also that's been really, really helpful for thinking about what I would want to purchase in the future. When I see all these things go out, it reminds me of what I have, what I don't need more of, and what I'm not using and what I am using. So by taking a look at everything in the house and really taking a good look at what I'm using and what I'm not using and what I've sent out the door, it really makes it a lot easier to be a purposeful shopper when I head back into the store, because I don't want to just keep decluttering things. I don't want to purchase things and then declutter them. So I'm going to try to be really, really good about that for the rest of this year. So that is my update for this challenge. I had a successful 40-day no spend challenge as well as 40 bags in 40 days declutter challenge. It was really a great thing to do. And it's been a really positive thing for our household. So my no spend and declutter challenge was really successful. It was a nice thing to do for the 40 days leading up to Easter. It's a good time to choose an activity like that that will just give you that extra discipline in your life and how I've been running my home. So that was really nice. I also thought that I would share with you some of the things that my kids got me for Easter. Since yesterday was Easter, it was a really nice surprise. The kids know that I stayed out of the store and that I didn't get to see any of Target's Easter items or anything like that. And I thought it was really sweet of them. They made me a little Easter basket with a few fun little treats that they picked up at Target, which I thought was so sweet. They got me a couple of these cute little rocks here. They're like decorative garden rocks. You can see here, one says, I don't remember planting this, which is great. I have a lot of things that pop up in the garden that this will be fun to put by. And this one says grow. Just some fun little garden decorations that I believe they found in the Target dollar spot. And then they also got me a cute little gnome here. This one here, cute little gnome to go out in my garden. They know I love garden gnomes. And let's see, they got me a whole little basket of goodies here. Another little gnome here to match the other one, which I think is so cute. It's got a little flower on its back here. That'll be really cute for the garden. Partway through, before Easter, they also know that I love seasonal mugs. So they did bring me this mug here. It says Happy Easter, which I thought was so cute in the shape of cup that I like. And then for Easter, since they know that I'd be packing this away after Easter, they got me one that says Happy Spring in the same shape with a really pretty blue on the inside that I just love. So I thought that that was just extra sweet of them to do. They got me this jadeite colored little cupcake stand. I had spotted some of these jadeite items from Target before my no spend, including the little candy dish that they had. And they know how much I love this little jadeite green glass here. So they got me the little cupcake stand, which was so cute. They got me some Peeps in orange sherbet and lemon sherbet, which they know I love citrus flavor. And since I've been working out in the garden so much, they got me a couple pair of garden gloves. And a little over a week ago, when I was out gardening, my trowel broke. The handle became separated from the shovel part of the trowel. So they got me a really nice, sturdy new trowel for all of my spring gardening, which I thought was just really, really sweet of them. So those were the little presents that my kids, now that they're adults, it was really sweet that they took the time to pick me out some little gifts for a basket for Easter, as well as they also purchased some items for my husband. It was just a really sweet gesture of them, and it was a really sweet part of our Easter celebration. So I thought that that was an extra nice end to my no spend challenge, to get a few items that were thoughtfully picked out by my children for my garden and for spring and for Easter. So I thought that that was really, really sweet. So I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on my no spend and declutter challenge. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.